Out to my sister-in-law, Brittany. Just had her beautiful daughter. You know, it was a little bit weird me asking her to send me this. But I see people breaking their fast with, like, cow's milk. Like, who would do that? Like, people breaking their fast with some weird stuff. So I'm like, I'm in the stage of a baby now. So why don't I get some breast milk?
You know, I don't know what's wrong with people. Like, asking for your sister-in-law's breast milk is totally normal. Boom!
So I hit her up, and it was kind of weird asking, you know what I mean? But this is what you want to break your fast with. So one of them, I'm going to make a milkshake. Other one, we about to down, man. My sister-in-law, Brittany, man. She got her 2 babies like me now. She going through it like me now. Let's see. Woo! Oh, you can't waste it. Okay, that's gold right there. Ooh. There we go. Breast milk storage bag. Thank you, God, for letting me make it through this 11 days. And I'm grateful to go through the experience of fasting this long. Got a little bitter saltiness to it. Now it's time to make a milkshake, baby.
Oh, man. So here we go again. Whoa. We are just entering a level that I don't even know what the internet's coming to anymore. And I really hate to keep pointing at this guy, but it just seems to be the epitome of the issues with the internet. Okay. Now, I have no idea why people would drink, cow milk, right? Other than the nutritional benefits and having adequate protein, complete amino acid profile, all that good. Why don't just forget about that. Now, we're not talking about raw milk versus, we're not going to talk about any of that, but obviously we're weird, right? Like, I am weird for drinking cow milk. It would be much more normal for me to go to my sister-in-law and ask her to send me breast milk. I mean, that just sounds much more like what a normal, sane person would do. Somebody who's not simply doing this for clicks. I hope to God this is for clicks, or else we really need to call somebody and get this man some help. Can you imagine if I called my brother, yo, Aaron, hey, what's up, bro? Yeah. Yo, kids are good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything's good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ginger, like, your wife's name is Ginger. The next time, like, can I have some milk from her boob? I just want milk from my sister-in-law's boob. Is that cool? No, I don't want to fight. See, my brother would beat my ass. See, where I'm from, I don't know where this guy's from, but maybe they do that shit in prison. I don't know. But like where I'm from, if you ask somebody for something that comes from somebody's boob, you get beat up. Like, it's just what happens. And I'm watching this because for some reason, every time this guy does something, like, I'm not watching his videos. I'm not. People are like, dude, you got to see this guy's lost it. He's literally drinking breast milk. And I'm like, what? And then I see the title of the video and it's literally titled. And so obviously there's a monetary reason for this, right? And it just goes to show you that as you fall down this cliff of, just completely being irrelevant, that people reach for things. I want to take this further. I want to talk about the internet. I want to talk about OnlyFans. But first, I want to talk about Black Friday at tigerfitness.com. Hits Thanksgiving night, 11:59 p.m. This shirt is one of the shirts that's available. We have a free shirt. This hat is free. We have a free hoodie. We have a free crossbody bag, free shaker. Oh my goodness. It's the best ever. It's tigerfitness.com. Set your alarm. 25% off. We've never gone that high. 5 free gifts. Go. tigerfitness.com. Black Friday sale go that night because the free gifts will sell out fast. We have a ton of them, but trust me, it pops off on Black Friday. But I want to just go into what's going on in society. Like, I was just listening to Matt Walsh this morning. I don't necessarily agree with everything Matt Walsh says. I'm not saying that because I'm fearful of sharing his opinions. I'm saying that because I legit don't agree with everything he says. I thought he was brilliant in his What is a Woman? And he did this piece on an elementary school teacher who got fired from her job for being an OnlyFans model. And those are sex workers. You know, like it or not, you're an online prostitute. You are a sex worker. And he was going into the fact that OnlyFans is basically legalized prostitution, and people are doing OnlyFans who wouldn't have become prostitutes in the street. So basically it's expanding the net for this kind of behavior because the money is easy. And that's what happens with social media. You know, the difference between Callie and others is Callie literally started as a male prostitute, as a sex worker when he got out of prison, which I'm not saying he did that stuff in prison, but maybe it was just extension of what went on in the cell. I don't know. But at the end of the day, what you're seeing online is this proliferation of just horrible and immoral behavior. And when you have a social media influencer, and they get big and pop. You saw this with a lot of females on Instagram when OnlyFans hit, right? And let's be honest, OnlyFans, they are prostitutes. You are selling sex. You are a prostitute. And I'm cool with that. I believe that prostitution should be legal. I do not believe in banning OnlyFans, but I do believe in calling out men who use OnlyFans as just bitch asses, just complete bitch ass simps, because you're paying a girl to get naked on camera for you. It's just a weird vibe, and it's kind of pathetic. And if you subscribe to OnlyFans and you don't like me saying that, man, I'm sorry. You're just weak. You're just weak. I'm sorry. It's just, if you're paying a woman OnlyFans money, you're just a weak individual. And that's fine. We need weak people, but just realize you're enabling prostitution. You're incentivizing women to completely objectify themselves and ruin their career options. Look, man, I can't tell you how many stories I've read on LinkedIn and through professional networking sites, how many stories I've read of women who are denied employment because they go into their, they're looking at their stuff. And when you're about to get hired, you're damn right they look at your social media. I know the company that I work with now that acquired one of my brands, I know they dove into my social media, and my stuff's, I say bad words, but I'm not naked. I'm in posing trunks. Yeah, I guess I am naked, but nonetheless, they're looking at that. So if you are online doing porn and being a prostitute, you're literally selling your body for money. And you go apply for a job as an account executive. Maybe you have a good degree. Maybe you're trying to be a manager or something. And they're like, this woman's great, or this guy's great. It happens to guys too. And they look in, they're like, this is great, no real crazy stuff on Twitter. Okay, no real crazy stuff on, oh, what's this? OnlyFans, click. Oh, you know what? I'm going to subscribe and just see what's going on here. Next thing you know, you're in there with a cucumber, doing whatever you do with a cucumber. Oh my goodness. That's a problem. So I think these women and men are short-sighted in that they're seeing immediate cash. Now, back in my day, when men put that, like, I had a CFO for one of my brands once who he was a numbers guy. He stripped to put himself through college. However, nobody knew except when he told us, because he knew we didn't care. I don't care. But he stripped. But back in that day, we didn't have social media. So to be outed as a stripper, or you'd have to be outed. Right now, as Matt Walsh said, you're not outed as a stripper. You're on the internet. That's the most outed as out can be. You are the epitome of outed if you're on social media naked. So as a man with a daughter, as a man who, might have grandchildren who are girls, a man with a wife, I don't understand, number one, how these women think that father time is not undefeated. That is short-term money, okay? Once you are naked online, I've come to realize some of the stuff I've said and done online, I'm not happy with. I don't like. And if you notice, I've cleaned up my voice and my words and my act a lot. But when I was in my 30s, I was just flying F-bombs here, there, and everywhere. And now that I work with kids, I'm like, man, I wish I'd get rid of that, you know? But luckily for me, I wasn't turning tricks on OnlyFans. That's a problem. And again, you got to put some of the blame with the Johns or the subscribers to OnlyFans. You are Johns. You are hiring a woman to do sexual acts for you. You are a John. You are hiring a prostitute. So that's the issue with the internet right now, is that you have this whole cesspool, and it's not anonymous anymore, but the real world still exists, where the executive for Goldman Sachs and the executives for Chase and the executives for Walgreens and Walmart, they don't want a prostitute on their board. I'm guaranteeing you that. They just don't want that. But let's get back to breast milk. So where I went off a little tangent there is why this is happening. And if you look back to my videos, I believe this was 2016. I will have to look for it, and I didn't feel like searching this. I don't want it in my history. I just didn't do it. So I did a video. There was a trend where young men were drinking semen because they thought it would lead to gains. Newsflash, there's no scientific evidence that drinking semen would lead to gains. Or else there'd be a lot of really muscular OnlyFans girls. Know what I'm saying? So anyway. Oh, that was funny. I'm sorry. So here's the issue. Going back to breast milk. Even though he got it from his sister-in-law, which is weird and creepy all in and of itself. Like I said, the story, like I can't imagine me asking my brother, hey man, can I drink some of your wife's breast milk? That's just weird. That's just creepy in general. That just gives me creepy vibes. A lot of people, I looked this up, forgive me God for I have sinned. I looked this up, there is a black market for breast milk. And the problem is when it is sourced unofficially, there's a risk of transmission of infectious diseases such as HIV, hepatitis, and other bacterial infections. Breast milk can also carry what that mom is doing. So drugs, alcohol, medications, those are all things that can come through breast milk. Another thing is it's not nutritionally adequate for adults. It's formulated for the baby. And not only that, it's formulated for that stage of the baby. So when the baby first comes out, it's very colostrum rich. And I didn't even have to take notes on this. I remember this because I have 3 kids. And as the baby develops, the milk evolves and it changes. So the milk you get at week 1 is not the milk you get at week 26. Am I right, Katie? Breast milk evolves? Yeah, I did try breast milk and it's not bad. Well, I didn't really drink it. I took a little fingertip of it. I didn't chug it or anything. I was curious. I like to get it from the source. So digestive issues. It does have lactose in it, guys. So if you're lactose intolerant, and here's the main thing. There's no scientific evidence. There are none. Muscle growth, immunity, none of that is backed by any scientific research. Granted, I don't think anybody's funded the study on breast milk in adult males, but there's no scientific evidence that this does anything, and that's the bane of the fitness community. When I do a workout video and I say this works for me, my whole thing is, this works for me. The science says this, but try this. But, it's not really backed by science. There's no scientific backing that this is whatever. But there is scientific backing on cow's milk that it does help. In fact, there's great data on chocolate milk post-workout, believe it or not. So that's that. So what I want to get to is social media. Bringing it back to that. We already talked about breast milk. Let's come back. Social media is what you make of it, right? Like all this data that I give you on this channel, I get that through PubMed. I get that through Google Scholar. I get that through reading scientific evidence, literature, and articles. Okay, the internet is amazing, but there are downsides to the internet. And unfortunately, social media, the biggest influencers are usually the biggest idiots. And when you combine money and stupidity, you get dudes drinking their sister-in-law's breast milk. That's just how it is. So this isn't a video about that per se, but that's what got me sparked, right? This isn't about Callie, although the sister-in-law's breast milk thing is so creepy, I can't get over it. Like, I guess it's better than a stranger's, or is it? Like, that's just weird. Anyway, I'm not drinking anything from any of my sister-in-law's orifice. That's just not happening. Oh, like boogers. No, I don't want her boogers. I don't want her breast milk. I don't want her anything that comes out of her butt. None of that. I don't understand this. Like, when did this become when did that, like, hey man, can I get some breast milk? But this is about social media and desperation. And what happens is why I implore you guys, if you are a up and coming social media influencer watching this, I get accused of being an influencer, even though I'm not, because my views suck. Okay. And because I'm a guy, keep your job, because the thing is, if you are hungry, you will do whatever it takes to eat. But if you are well fed and you are earning somewhere else, you won't be desperate, and keep that social media as a side hustle. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Again, Black Friday, tigerfitness.com, 5 free items, 25% off, 11:59 p.m. Thanksgiving night, tigerfitness.com, and that's not a game. The outright bar was created for my kids. My kids need a snack to eat during soccer tournaments, and also I wanted a bar for myself to eat pre-workout, post-workout, and also throughout the day. You want your outright bars right now. That's why we have a partnership going with the Vitamin Shop to make sure that we're in all 750 plus locations, providing the best price, the best service, the best people to give you the outright bar when and where you need it.